Bottom half of the fourth inning, the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs lead the Somerset Patriots 1-0. They scored their run back in the bottom of the third as Josh McAdams led off the inning with a double. Later came around to score on an RBI single from Edwin Garcia. Blue Crabs have 4, 5, and 6 coming up in the order. Dean Green followed by Corey Vaughn and Charlie Valerio. As Liam O'Sullivan has thrown 3 innings and pitched just 41 pitches. First pitch to Green, swung on a line drive right back up the middle for a base hit.
Now, Austin, I would really think that there's a lot of merit to the argument, and I might want to toss Josh McAdams in this conversation, but I don't think anybody would adamantly disagree with you if you said that the most dangerous 3 batters in the Blue Crabs order are Dean Green, Corey Vaughn, and Charlie Valerio, and they sit 4, 5, 6. So starting off a game like this and finding themselves coming up in the bottom of the fourth with these 3 gentlemen up is a really good situation.
It is, and Corey Vaughn, someone who hits the ball extremely well. First pitch fastball at the belt for strike 1. Corey Vaughn leads this Blue Crabs team with home runs at 14. His OPS leads among qualifiers at 870. As the 0-1's on the outside edge again, count 0-2 on the right-handed hitter, who taps home plate twice, moves his bat in a circular motion, now waves it behind his helmet. Runner on first base, no outs. The 0-2 pitch, fastball outside corner. As the home plate umpire, Eric Bynum, rings up Corey Vaughn, and there's 1 away in the bottom of the fourth inning.
And I find it really interesting when somebody gets rung up on strikes when in a situation like that, because I think that, in my opinion, that typically, and I'm not saying that it is or is not actually a strike, but I think as compared to how an umpire traditionally would call a strike zone, that probably is not called. I think that Corey Vaughn knew that in the back of his head. All he could do is what he did was he kind of just blew a bubble. He knows he can't get mad at the umpire because it's not his fault. But
first pitch swinging to Valerio, and it's popped up into right center field. Scott Kelly, the right fielder, motions over to right center to make the catch for the second out. 2 away in the bottom of the fourth, still 1-0 Blue Crabs.
It's kind of a helpless feeling, though. Would you disagree?
I totally agree, and I think there's an interesting situation going on inside a player's head, almost the psychology of the electronic strike zone, of someone who says, is this a strike or is it not? Because in the past, maybe this pitch hasn't been called, but in reality, it is a strike, and players fighting as to what they want to swing at and what they don't, as the first pitch fastball at the belt for strike 1 on Tony Thomas.
And I think if you play with the electronic strike zone for, let's say, a full season, you're going to have a really good understanding of what is and what is not a strike or what is not a ball. But right now, you have to retrain your mind from what you've known your entire life.
It's true, or at least what you've experienced in professional or collegiate baseball, as 0-1 is fouled back to the screen, count 0-2. The pitch, fastball, this one does miss low and outside, count 1-2 strikes, as Dean Green stands on first base. Bottom half of the fourth inning, Blue Crabs scored the lone run of the game back in the bottom of the third. The 1-2 pitch swung on a foul tip into the mitt of the catcher, Jovan Gonzalez, and that'll do it for the bottom of the fourth inning. The Blue Crabs have 1 hit. They strand 1 at the end of 4. It's the Blue Crabs 1 and the Patriots 0. You're listening to the Blue Crabs Broadcast Network. And here comes Corey Vaughn, who bats 5th in the Blue Crabs order, and had a chance to catch up with Corey Vaughn prior to today's game. He told me he had a maintenance day yesterday. Manager Stan Clyburn is looking to keep all the players fresh, as the Blue Crabs do not have a single off day in the month of August. As he digs in from the right side, moves his bat in a circular motion. First pitch misses upstairs and outside. He hit a home run in games 1 and 2 of the series against Long Island. The 1-0 from Seth Simmons. Swung on, hit high in the air to deep left field. Back to the track, to the wall, looking up. It is gone. He does it again. It's 3 consecutive games for Corey Vaughn that he's gone deep. And it's a 2-2 game.
The 17th home run of the season for Corey Vaughn comes in a big way. He rounds third and gives a bow to Daisuke Yoshida as Yoshida does the same. That's how you know you're succeeding. Some guys after a game have a signature handshake like Edwin Garcia and Kent Blackstone do. Corey Vaughn has a signature dance to give to Daisuke Yoshida, the third base coach. You know you're doing something right when you hit enough home runs that you can have a signature dance.
Well, it was number 17 on the season for Corey Vaughn. And just getting back to that story I was talking about, he was telling me that, power comes in bunches, and it's okay to sometimes have an off day during one of those streaks. As the first pitch missed to Charlie Valerio, looked good, but called a ball by the home plate umpire Bill Worthington. The 1-0 offering swung on a ground ball over to first base. John Apostolo fields, and he'll step on first base 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs, runners on first and second for Sacred Heart. Robert Ferrugio comes to the plate. 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the fifth, came around to score. Really good opportunity for Sacred Heart. Get back in this one. Pitching staff has been allowing a lot of runs, and it feels like maybe if they can't get any runs across here in the fifth, there's an opportunity for St. John's to blow it open here in the bottom half of the inning.
Got to keep him close at second base. Coach Restaino likes to steal first and second.
Especially with the speed of Justin Jordan on second.
Mm-hmm. Mixes his looks up. Very slow and deliberate. Time is called.
We're talking about the MLB level, some of the rule changes coming through. One of them, the pitch clock, will not be implemented this year, but next year. A lot of the rule changes that are supposed to be coming are in the 2023 season. The only rule changes you mentioned earlier for the 2022 year, that's the designated hitter. Pitched in there for a called strike on Robert Ferrugio. What do you think about the pitch clock?
I like the pitch clock.
You like the pitch clock?
Yeah, I do.
Keeps the game moving for sure.
Need a clock on the commercials, though.
Well, I have that as well. The between innings clock, the 2 minutes, I think is what it is.
Really?
They do, yeah. You go to a major league ballpark, you look out in the outfield, they got a clock, it ticks down.
Okay.
That was one of the first ones I saw. I think it was implemented a few years back. I don't remember exactly when the between innings clock was implemented, but it has definitely been going on for a few years now. They've got that one, which is definitely a positive. It's part of Rob Manfred's move to try to speed up the game. 1-1. That's in the dirt. Count 2 balls and a strike. And he's fallen behind in the count to Ferrugio.
Watching Bianchi out in that bullpen, I would think this would be his last batter or finish this inning off. Oh, you do have a left-hander on deck. Sacred Heart.
Sutherland is on deck. The 2-1 pitch misses. Count 3-1. Sutherland had an RBI single back in the 5th inning.
Was that good opposite field line drive single?
Right.
Not the run in. Here we go.
The 3-1 pitch, line drive, right center field, base hit. It's going to score a run. Justin Jordan comes around from second to score. And Emerson goes first to third. An RBI single from Robert Ferrugio. It's a 7-6 ball game.
Fall behind. He's got to come in.
As the 0-1 pitch misses outside, Tony Thomas is going to try to steal first. There is no throw. He's aboard.
And we've seen it. Somebody has stolen first base. It is a professional baseball first, Austin.